So, my boss, manager, whoever, never thinks she's wrong. I've blacked out a few things. Her first name is there because it's generic. I've blocked out other names. I am the text in the blue, and let's go. Let's have a read through. So for context, they had just gave us a discharge, and then we started heading towards there, and then they sent a text saying, just stay in the area, and we'll see if y'all need to go to the next person. And let's just go. So say to pick up at 1:45. Don't go early, cause y'all can be stuck at the appointment on the stretch. Stuck at the appointment on stretcher. Patient will be transferred. Jesus, that's bad English. Confirmed trunk for WC. That means wheelchair, I believe, if no bed is available. Okay, she's saying like confirm, and I'm like, I read the shit. No update from the hospital, so we head to the new destination. And that's somebody else. They said something irrelevant. Oh, whatever. And then okay, so we add the patient. She's getting changed, getting the clothes changed or what have you. 45 minutes. And we've arrived at the patient destination now. The patient cannot sit in a wheelchair by themselves. They just don't move at all. They like flat. And then she says, cannot transfer unassisted. Have y'all asked they got a bed available? And so I tell her, we cannot, the patient cannot support herself that had a previous stroke. And I said, we in the exam room with them right now. She says they have beds available at redacted for obvious reasons. She said, did you ask the nurse? She said, you're not supposed to go into the exam room until we establish the patient can transfer. So she say that, but like, we're not supposed to go into the exam room, but we have the patient with us physically. What the hell? We just gonna not take them to their appointment? Like once we're in the room, like what the fuck? We're gonna spin the block and just say sorry. We're taking you back. Like what the hell? Says you guys are not supposed to go into the exam room until we establish the patient can transfer care. It literally says call if you cannot transfer all your paperwork. Now I text her wait because she had called me and she called my coworker. I just ain't pick up cause like she just like to talk too much and it don't be helping nothing with all the talking she be doing. So I say wait, trying to see what we can do. The nurse stepped out. She was going to go get the doctor to finish the appointment. And then she hit me with the word salad. When you get to an appointment after the patient is checked, ask about transferability, wheelchair, don't enter, another pickup. Now, blank's pickup is whatever. If you look at your schedules, you're just saying a bunch of bullshit. I ain't even gonna humor reading all that. And then I said, we will not be able to transfer. The patient's daughter says she relayed the information to uh, her husband, who also helps run the business, on the phone. And then she talking about it's not up to the patient's daughter if a bed is available. Like she arguing with us like we're not in the facility and like we have eyes on this issue that the patient cannot just be placed. They don't even have a bed. They don't have a bed. They got like a slope. We asked the facility, not the family. So I reiterate, they ain't got no beds. She says again, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And she was, communicate effectively and all that jazz. And I'm like, she's saying your ETA was this and it was not communicated. And so I scroll back to where I screenshotted and showed her like, hey, I just told you they can't sit there and we're at the destination at this time. So it's really like a reading comprehension issue and shit. She said, read the message above. I ain't reading that shit. Update. I guess she said something sensitive because I blocked it out. And this is my coworker, KL, saying they're finished. And she talking once again back to the same shit. Call us, talk to her, blah blah blah. It wasn't fair to what's his name. Even though I already told them we late, they ain't got no beds, we must sit and wait. But she just seemed to just think stuff just gonna go her way. And I just really wanted to like share this so somebody else can see this. Like this joint's just so crazy. And I'm telling her, I'm like, yo, beds are never really available for the purpose that like she's saying. Like beds are available for us to just put them down and we can just go leave. Like they don't have beds like that. The best they have is a wheelchair, and everybody can't sit up on their own. Like it's just ugh. And she says beds are available again. We've been transporting to this facility for 3 years, and you clearly ain't learned nothing. You know what I mean? I'm just like, why didn't you send somebody else as soon as I told you we couldn't do it? And we were the case manager. What the fuck a case manager gonna do? They gonna make them like change some shit? Like, look at this, man. Feel free to pause it and all of that. I just wanted to share that, like, this some bullshit. Like, look at this word salad. Like, just blah, 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 blah. So back and forth and this and I have a blah, 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 blah. Right? And so I didn't even say shit. As soon as she said ain't no back and forth, quiet. Radio silence. I ain't got nothing to say to you. And then she talking about I need you to confirm that you will communicate and blah, 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 blah. And then it's just a nigga in the office, TM. Just some nigga in the office. And they was really grinding my gears. Because just sent out a text after that. Like right after the done. Like, this ain't no back and forth. You sent a text talking about someone need to confirm that you seen that. Like, bruh. I hope you were amused by that. Because I just was... that joint was blowing my high. And I wanted a witness. So you my witness. You seeing this bullshit that I went through. Go through this a lot, actually, because she don't learn, can never take fault, never admit it's their fault.
It's a songs, show my name and where I'm from. Shout out to gang, I rep Valentino, rest in peace, Migo, love slash one, and 25-0. On to the next week, Elon Musk, his foundation for stopping next week. Trust, swear we got a head, it sound like a trophy, or antique, remember, so we listen, drink, it's in my veins, microchips are in my brain. First I edge it, then I run it, click a jump just like a force. I ain't get my rank for nothing, when we said to eject, then we jam the radio.